Okay, just jumping into it. My first Nextfest demo game here is... what's it called? The Eternal Woods. Little chopping incremental game. Looks like it just drops me into the level and I have to just chop. And I have the left click. Little timer. It gives me time to chop. Immediately at 200% multiplier on axe damage for one block, right? I mean, the motif is very clear. Chop wood. I can WASD to move around. This guy chops wood very slowly. He also chops beehives. Alright, so there's two currencies. A lot of juice. And... ooh, it's gonna be very grindy here to get these upgrades. Go next one, escape. WSD, swing. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I can see the inspiration, I see the vision. But I've not been a fan of the short timer grinding types of incremental games. Mostly because of the timer based system. I did play Dixium and I think that was more on an action based system where you would get a certain number of clicks and then the amount of actions you were able to take was fixed, but the rewards that you would get were kind of probabilistic based on the chances that you would actually uncover something useful. So is it more of like in Dixium is more of like a hide and seek kind of game where you're searching for resources with a limited number of actions. Here, the actions you can take is based on your speed, and there's multiple factors, right? There's a factor of speed, sort of how many clicks you can do in a second, and then the secondary factor will be the time. But given that there's two factors, there's going to be two variables and two levers that the designer can play around with and let you upgrade around. But I don't like the feeling of timer, and I'm not sure that I'm going to like this in this game either. So I'm able to play this very much in the style of like a grinding game. Sort of what you do in a MMORPG when you go into grind mode, or JRPG when you go into a grinding state. Just turn off your brain. Maybe turn off the music, play some music, play some podcasts, and click around. Click around, click next run, click upgrades. See, I like that it tells me the totals here. 35, 8. That should be enough for an upgrade. It's not telling me that I can upgrade, but I get the feeling that I can. And I got 8 out of 5 honeycombs. Enough to upgrade. Swing speed, enough to upgrade this as well. The color highlighting is great. Like I said, you can just turn off your brain and just click whatever's green, right? So I can just click here, axe damage, more of that, more of that. And I know I'm getting benefits. I'm gonna probably stop here. Given that I kind of have a good idea of like where the game is going. But I do want to take a moment to take a look at this upgrade tree. Spillover damage, splash damage, that's cool. I love the highlighting here to let the player know like what is a substantial upgrade. Mastery is like a good idea. This upgrade will increase in power and cost with each level. And then what non-masteries are fixed costs, like 5 per level. The mastery skills scale as you level them up. They scale in power and cost. That's an interesting way to differentiate it. Let's see how these upgrades feel. Leveling up. There's a leveling system? Okay, maybe this is new. I need to test this out a little bit. This is leveling, and once you level, it refreshes your timer and gives you a buff. And it resets the trees on the map. Do you start at level 1 every stage? Is like every run start at level 1 and give you levels? That's a question. I hit level 2. The buff didn't last very long. Out of time again. Let's see if we start at level 1. We don't start at level 1. I don't get the feeling of leveling up again, unfortunately. I think that'd be a cool idea, like you start every run at level 1 and you boost into level 2, refresh the board so you get some combo system going. Alright, I think that's it for now. How do I exit the game? Okay. End run. See, I can't go to the exit menu in this end of run thing. I have to start a run or go into the upgrades. Lapping. Should check out these tutorial messages on the special mechanics. Getting to the end will loop you back around. Get a multiply bonus. %50 max time is added back. Oh, so it's like what I was talking about. So in-run resets. That's good. Leveling up. Level up will regrow all the trees. Oh, the leveling up is tied to the biome, the actual level. not your character level. It's specific to the biome. I like the lapping idea. Heart. So this is like a final boss. Final boss of a biome once you get to the end. Which unlocks the next biome. Okay. So there's some power gating towards the end of a biome. Useful info. The game is one big loop. Get to the end of the available biomes and you loop back around. You always start the first biome. Okay. That's that. The Eternal Woods by James Sutton. Interesting. I don't think the theme and the game style is for me. I've kind of already played something in a similar vein. But I do love the aesthetic. I think the theme works, as in it's like fairly cohesive. You're gonna have woods, you're gonna have different seasons, different type of trees. It's great. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Next game. Asterica Phantom Rose Refrain. Oh, it's a part of the Phantom Rose franchise. That's cool. You get a resource for painting the entire grid. Nice. A little sub-objective. Paint the grid blue. Okay. I don't know what mana is for yet, but any resource is a resource. This bee is rather slow. I wish it was faster, because painting 25 squares is not that entertaining. Three mana to win. It's like an obstacle avoidance game, kind of like that one game. What was it called? The music game where the characters moving along the grid. Hold space when it starts, release right when it ends. It's like throwing multiple mechanics at me before I get to play with them. Your tile coloring area becomes larger. Okay, great. And we jump for the final practice. I don't quite remember all the lessons, like holding space. I'm just gonna try holding space up. Mash buttons. Every time is nice to fill it up faster. Can I skip? I wonder if fever time it's better to skip a space because you know you can color it across. So you actually should be skipping in order to cover more ground, right? Hold space. It's fever time. But then I always have these little, you leave like all these little holes and gaps. You need to go all the way back just to fill in. Miss? Did I lose? Okay, just finished. For tutorial level, I think it's a little repetitive for a music game. Like I'm kind of falling asleep because the beat is so rhythmic. So not feeling the music quite yet. Let's see what they have. There's some actual music. There are 3 options of songs here. I like Infinite. Let's see what this looks like. I was supposed to hold space. Passed by so quickly I didn't even notice. What? How much mana do I need? I have to play the whole song? I have 5 out of 3 mana. I'm just playing for score now. What's going on? Seven out of 3 mana. Yeah, so there's the mana system, but there's also like playing for combo. I'm not sure why there's 2 systems. I don't know what I can spend mana on. Yeah, it's like a combo multiplier for more score. I'm definitely not good enough to play on that hardest mode, on the harder mode. Game's alright. Just not feeling the music that much. Alright, it was called Necrodancer. That game felt a little bit inspired by Necrodancer, but I think I enjoyed Necrodancer a little more. His objective was more about actually navigation and going through a puzzle, going through the dungeon, fighting monsters. Whereas this was more strictly a music game, playing for a high score. Next game is called Orpix. The executive was called Baldig. Baltic. Okay, do I only have one? How many balls I have? Restart costs $7? Or do I have $7? I can buy, I have $23. What if I run out of dollars? I'm gonna have to try this. I can't afford bonuses. Okay, I see. Restart $13. The price of restart went up. Does it like full reset when you run out? It's restart $9. It's just gonna let me reset for free when I have no dollars. Isn't it? Bullet damage, add bullet. Reload speed, fire rate, auto fire. There's a lock tab. That's the boss meter. Tells you when the boss appears. It's like the tower, but incremental version. With just a huge ring of enemies. Look, the tower was a little more delicate about the obstacles or the opponents coming in. I guess this is the tower, but you only have one ball to shoot. You don't want to fire it. I have $1 left. Let's see what happens. Just gonna cost $1 to restart. Now I have $0 left. Restart for free. Yeah, the restart for a cost. Interesting way to burn resources. Given that if you don't have that resource sink, then a player could just carry over money from round to round. And they get upgrades faster. So, but I don't really see a good reason to punish the player by having this sort of sync. These are a type of game mechanics where you kind of want to flip it around and make it more of a positive interaction. So having bonuses, like monetary bonuses instead of deficits. Instead of charging me like $5 to start, you can try to move the cost elsewhere and then give me a bonus for making it far in the game, or bonus for carrying cash into the next round. So if I'm holding dollars and I play another round, maybe I get like interest bonus on the number of dollars in the bank. It'd be a different type of incentive. I think it would be better than trying to burn the dollars, my hard-earned dollars here, as punishment for me not being able to spend it all. Okay, this one's an idle game. Adventuring idle game. Classic setup. I've played a little bit of other idle RPGs, like, what was it? The Milky Way Idle. There's also a Japanese one with Idle Adventures. I've heard of Melvor Idle. All those are designed after RuneScape style skill development. So we're training our skills, gathering resources, unlock new paths. Look at these skills. Mining, gathering, fishing, woodcutting, hunting, ornaments, classic RPG, autosave system. Sometimes some tasks take time, and that's the point. Start something, let it run, you don't need to rush. This is an idle game, you must idle. At least it's upfront about that. What are we doing? Questing? I like the aesthetic. It's like a neo pixel. In between pixel art and like modern touch UI. In progress. Quest is in progress, whatever. Let's just chop. It's just gonna auto idle chopping. And we're gonna level up. See, this XP goes up by 10. And it just becomes a waiting game, right? There's a completion bar here. Completion of what? Demo? Mastery level bonuses. Scale up as you get to different levels. Once I get one mastery, because I'm a level 2 skill level, but the mastery bonus it's lagging behind on the mastery XP. Bit strange that there's 2 EXP bars per skill. There's a skill EXP, there's mastery EXP. Each activity has its own stats, or base EXP and the mastery EXP. Mastery level actually gives you bonuses at certain checkpoints, certain thresholds. Skill levels just unlock higher tier content. Yeah, so far this game's pretty similar to the other games that I mentioned. There's less meta around it. Like Milky Way Idle, I enjoyed a lot because there's like the actual social leaderboard element to it, trading on a marketplace. like an actual marketplace where you could trade crafting resources between players. Here you're collecting logs, but there's no like coin value, no economic value to the resources you have. You're just kind of playing a single player game. There's going to be combat here in a bit, but I don't think it'll get that far. And there's no characters, so you're just playing as your profile. I'd say it's a little too bare bones for me to dedicate a lot of time to actually playing it. But I get the idea. There's a map, there's progression. You go through these quests. The quests have a little narrative flavor. That's nice. I have 200 gold, but I can't spend anywhere right now. Yep. It's Between Adventures idle. I think I know. Yeah, so when I downloaded this game, you know, the cover art had characters on it. But the characters don't show up until you unlock combat and you get the heroes. So I think there's a little mismatch here of like when you're showing me the heroes. Yeah, if you're interested in that game, they've got screenshots on the store page that include the characters, some combat screens, merchants. Those all feature the character art here. And a map as well. It's just that all that is locked at the beginning of the game, which is unfortunate because I think that's the main draw. And the main reason that you play this game is for these characters and all the gameplay that surrounds them, but they're not showing it up front. Similar to what we... Oh god. The enemies just spawn and kill you. I like the surprise. And you can move. I was gonna say it's similar to what we just played with the other breaker game. But this one you can move. And there's enemies that shoot back. So I think the premise is nice, but it doesn't feel like a bullet hell, which is unfortunate. And it's time-based. which makes sense given it's a Thornity and Eremos game. It's just not my cup of tea. I was doing so well. I was shooting these mobs. But given that I'm like early stages in the game, there's just no time to take these guys out. Like I don't have the power to take them out. And the game actually ends. The round ends before I'm even able to take out one enemy. Alright, an upgrade. Here's my upgrade. It's got chill music. I didn't even read the upgrade. Let's just go mining. You can't hide. Wow. Move speed will make it feel like a better bullet hell. Orb damage. I thought like the enemy orbs would hit the blocks as well. Because I'm throwing orbs. Enemy cannonballs are throwing orbs. But my orbs interact and hit the blocks. Whereas enemy orbs go through the block. They phase through them. A little bit unfair. More move speed. Now I have mastered the early game. Ignore the enemies. And mine for resources. It's pretty chill. I actually like this. I'm enjoying this a little more than the Black Hole game actually. I think they picked a really good mechanic. Because you can be very targeted about where you mine or the actual, what do they call them, ore. And then later when the gears and the rings come in, you can be strategic about acquiring the ones you need, like certain resources. It's got a good mini game there going in the loop. With additional enemies being an obstacle. That's cool. I can see myself playing this a little more. Oops. More bonus, health, levels. Locked for demo, so it's not telling me what levels these unlock. And let's continue mining. There's nothing to do for me to do with left click and right. Oh, even gray blocks will give me ore? I did not expect that. What was I gonna say? That's a revelation though. Like you can just mine anywhere. You won't get as much. You get bonuses at the. You actually mine the blocks. Actually move through them quickly by just cutting through the gray. And import boss progress per gear. I don't know when this boss is gonna come out. Oh, you get gears by killing the mobs. Good to know. It's targeting is boss progress meter now. Strong enough to hunt. But if I hunt the red guys, I'm not picking up enough ore. There's this little something that's off about the mouse. It doesn't feel like my actual mouse. Okay, something's wrong with my webcam, my stream. The window capture isn't seeing the new game. Hyper detonator. That is weird. Must be windowed mode. Fine. This is hyper detonator. WASD. Left button shoot. Right button mouse. Shoot the virus. Bomb everything. Or weapon by getting data cubes. this in full screen, but I can't stream it in full screen, but I'll just deal with it. Oh, that's the bomb. I can pick up diamond resource. Bomb's empty. Okay, at least the UI is clear about that. Okay, it's kind of like shooting egg yolk. There's yellow yolky cores. The monster. Outside of that, it's just this blob. But I can target the yolk, and then it explodes. And if I need help, I just bomb it, just like Missile Command, with right click. This game looks... Oh. Should have... Oh, I don't have a bomb. Next bomb, 200. Oh, I'm top 136 player. Top 10 player is 6. Is it 6 minutes? 4 minutes? Bombs detonated. Many bombs detonated. Unused. Yeah, I'm actually excited about this. I'll probably play a little more tomorrow with the controller. This one's recommended as a controller game. I don't have my controller connected right now. That's alright. Kind of enjoying it. It's one of those arcade games. Less bullet hell and more shooter. I want to know what this chain number is. Chaining specifically for picking out the yolk. Music is lovely too. Is that red cube something I can touch? I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I'm scared to touch it. No, you can't touch it. Why did I even try? I wonder if it's possible to just get into top 10 like with a few playthroughs. I think given there's only one life, it's probably gonna be challenging. Like, and also the game knowledge gap of unknowing what's dangerous and what's not, and just walking into the boot trap. It sent me back. Does it just make me more powerful? Okay. I want to try to get sub 100 here. I just need to beat the boss, right? And collect 200 orbs to get the bomb, like get a bomb. I'm losing track of the cursor. And then the yellow lines of explosion is a little bit distracting. It feels like something that should kill me, like an explosion. I don't think those yellow lines should be there. They don't really work as an aesthetic. Oh my god. It's Fatwa. Fatwa. Lupe. Sanguo game. The Lupe is a girl, is cross-dressing, sorry, gender inaccurate Sanguo game. It's a night inspiration. Yellow turban remnants. It's a survivor's game and I have multiple heroes. Zooming out a lot. Is that intentional? Why are all the heroes like waifus? Clicking doesn't do anything, right? This character's like auto attack. Space. Dash. This font reminds me of Snake RX. I like how close you can zoom into your characters. You can see the little pixel character. But it automatically I can't screenshot. It automatically backs up. Like, look at this. When I'm moving, it just keeps zooming out without me using the scroll wheel. I have to zoom back in. And then as I run, it's gonna zoom out. It's really disorienting. It's a noble attempt, but yo, this camera is giving me nausea, weirdly enough. And the music, oh, look at that, like I'm zooming in and then it keeps throwing me out immediately as I'm holding the D to move right. Can't, it needs to respect my camera wishes a little more. And I think the worst part about this is the music is not working. And there's a 12-minute timer that's going down, and you know how I feel about timers. Here's the characters.